Hi, you guys. Welcome back to Meaningful Motivations with Tracy Erickson. And of course, if you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Tracy Erickson, and this is a Pick a Pile Tarot reading, giving you a message from Spirit that you need to hear right now. And this oracle and tarot reading is timeless. So it doesn't matter when you happen to see this message. If you feel that it resonates, then you were just meant to hear it whenever you found it. So you could either watch all three readings, or you can take a moment now and choose a pile that is resonating with you most. I have already pre-shuffled 3 cards for each of these 3 piles from the Work Your Light Oracle. So take a moment now and take a look at these piles and just choose the one that your spirit feels drawn to. This is pile number 1. This is pile number 2. And this is pile number 3. Once you've made your choice, I have placed timestamps in the description box of this video so you can go straight to your reading. All right, let's go ahead and start with pile number 1. Hello to all of you who chose pile number 1. So let's go ahead and take a look at these pre-shuffled oracle cards from the Work Your Light Oracle deck and see what message Spirit has for you right now. The first card says Inner Temple, Devotion, Tune into the portal of your heart. The second one says Unbound, Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. And it's going to be important to remember that it is an act of love when you follow your heart and basically release yourself from any person, place, or thing that is no longer serving you for your highest good and the highest good of all concerned. And the last one is Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? All right, pile number 1. From the first 3 cards, the message that I'm getting right off the bat here is that it is time to build trust with your own inner self. That Inner Temple card is all about connecting to the portal of your heart, meaning that portal can be your bridge to spirit. And your spirit really wants to guide you into what is best for you. And with this Unbound card, it is so important to release yourself from things that feel like it's tying you down and binding you, because that's another thing that's keeping you from opening your heart to your fullest potential. So it's okay to let something go and send it off with love. And with that Mirror card, if you've been being triggered by a particular person, place, or thing that you need to unbound yourself from, it's going to be important to look at yourself here and to really dive deep into why is this particular thing triggering me right now? Because as you explore yourself through that lens of why this situation has triggered you, that is going to literally help you open up your heart. And it's going to lead to more confidence, self-love, and inner trust because you have the courage to look at yourself. All right. I am going to go ahead and give you guys 3 cards from the Queen of the Moon Oracle. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle this deck 3 times and cut the deck, and I'll draw 3 cards. Self-love is the first one that comes out, and this is no surprise whatsoever. This reading has been all about connecting with the portal of your heart and going within yourself and trusting yourself in your decisions when it comes to this situation in your life. So it's going to be very important for you right now to consider this an act of self-love, to really dive deep into the situation as far as from the perspective of how and why is this triggering you, and really letting yourself go from that. And then we have fruition. I feel like the more that you can release what is no longer serving you, the more that you're going to open yourself up to see the abundance that is in your life, to see what you really do have to offer. Not only that, but the true friends and the true happiness that is within you. But it's once you let go of that thing that's been tying you down. And finally, we have action. So you are going to be able to take some action steps necessary to release this trigger. And as you do, it's like healing your past trauma in a way, because you're facing whatever it is inside of you that made you triggered by this person, place, or thing that you need to let go of. So as you take those action steps, you will be able to step further into, the version of yourself that you really want to be right now and moving into the future. All right, pile number 1, that was your timeless message from Spirit. I hope that this reading gave you what you needed to hear right now at this time in your life. Thank you so much for being here and spending your time with me. I love you. And now it's time for me to move on to pile number 2. Hello to all of you who chose pile number 2. So let's go ahead and take a look at these 3 pre-shuffled Work Your Light Oracle cards and see what message Spirit has for you right now at the time of you coming upon this video. The first one says, play. Have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. So that is clearly a message from your spirit saying it's okay to let loose once in a while. You don't have to be so serious. Next one is share your voice. Come out of the cave. And then it also says persecution, expression. There's no need to feel like others are going to judge you if you use your voice. So I feel like the more that you just let loose and have fun, you're going to gain more confidence to express yourself instead of sitting alone in the dark almost, like in the image here. You're going to get out there and you're going to be full of life and color. And, it's okay to let go once in a while. And finally, we have keepers of the earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. So this is a message saying it's gonna be okay. This is like divine protection. That is definitely a card of divine protection in my opinion. So I feel like your spirit really just wants you to know that you are protected from the judgment of others as long as you're following your own heart, expressing yourself in the way that feels right for you. And I feel like with the cave image and then with this card here saying you are not alone, I feel like sometimes you don't let loose and go out and be social because you do sometimes feel like you are alone, like other people just aren't like you, or maybe you're afraid to actually ask people to socialize with you. So I feel like this is Spirit letting you know that you're never alone, even when you feel alone, because they're always with you and they're always watching over. But this is definitely a nudge to let yourself go a little bit and put yourself out there in new ways. Stop thinking that you're going to be persecuted for expressing yourself. All right. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the Queen of the Moon Oracle. I'm going to give this deck 3 shuffles, and then I'll cut the deck and draw 3 cards as advice regarding this situation for you, pile number 2. All right, so the first card is realization. I think you're definitely coming to this realization that it's okay to step out of the dark and into the light. Like I was talking about earlier, about how the play card has all this color. But this one, where you're feeling persecuted and alone, is dark. So it's going to be okay to step out into the light. We also have the self-reflection card. I do feel like you've been going through a time of self-reflection, but I feel like it's time for you to really take a look at yourself here so that you know what it is you want to express. You know, when you step out of the cave, how do you want to share your voice? And finally, we have the unexpected. So as you step out of this confine you've created for yourself, I feel like you're going to, make connections, and you're going to see the world, in all new ways. Instead of, I was just receiving another message from this card. As you can see, she's looking into this reflection where she's kind of under the water, and what I see is that you were reflecting yourself back as something that maybe other people wouldn't want to see. But that's not true. So as you let go of that self-image through reflection, I think that you'll see that you're going to find a whole new unexpected view of yourself and others through that process. So I feel like you're going to open your heart in new ways through the act of play. So like that card says, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious, share your voice, and just know that you're never alone. Spirit's always nudging you forward in the direction that you yourself as a soul wanted to go. So it's all a matter of changing your earthly perspective surrounding yourself and kind of letting go of that serious side and seeing how life can give you unexpected blessings through that process. All right, pile number 2, that is your message from Spirit that you need to hear right now. I hope that this message resonates with you and gave you some kind of help or guidance in this situation. Thank you all so much for watching and spending your time with me. I love you. And now it's time to move on to pile number 3. Hello to all of you who chose pile number 3. So let's go ahead and take a look at these 3 pre-shuffled oracle cards from the Work Your Light Oracle. The first one says, dance with life. Do something to change your energy. So some type of movement is required at this time. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? This card is definitely asking you, like, are you not sharing yourself fully with others because you think that they won't accept you for who you truly are, or what you truly want to say, or how you truly want to express yourself? Your spirit wants you to dance with life, meaning be who you want to be. Make the moves and express yourself in any way you want. And the last card is transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. So if you chose pile number 3, I do feel like there's a definite transformation going on. I do feel like you're going to start to see how you do dim your spirit at times so that you don't offend people, or so that they don't judge you for what it is you're doing or how it is that you're expressing yourself, what dance moves you're doing, for instance. But it says on that card, do something to change your energy. So the transformation is a call for action as well. So it's time for you to really learn how to fully express yourself. Spirit wants you to be free, to live a life of pleasure and one that you enjoy from that heart space. Someone who loves to dance like no one is watching is someone who's connected deeply to their heart and their spirit. All right, pile number 3. I'm going to shuffle the Queen of the Moon Oracle now. I'm going to shuffle the deck 3 times and then cut the deck and draw 3 cards as advice for this situation for pile number 3. Action. Did I just say this was a call for action? So yeah, the advice is definitely to, and look, if you notice, they're both dancing with their arms in the air with like reckless abandon. I feel like that is what's going to make your life feel magical, is just stepping into that heart space that you see in the image here. Literally, dance with life. Be in that loving energy. Oh my gosh, then we have gratitude. So yeah, this is definitely reminding you that gratitude is a major part of that heart-centered space. So it's definitely going to be important to have an attitude of gratitude, to understand your blessings, to understand that. I also feel like with that being right under don't dim to fit in, that another layer of this is having gratitude for who God made you as. Who did, like, your soul incarnated in this life for a reason. And so be grateful for who you are and the person you've become through all of your experiences, whether you think they're good or bad. Just be grateful for the place you're in right now. And finally, we have boundaries. So as you make this transformation and as you kind of like learn to express yourself, it's going to be important to have boundaries. Like, who are you going to allow into your energy? And honestly, whose opinion is going to get through this bubble? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like as you create these boundaries for yourself, it's really as a form of protection from your heart and what you want to express. It's not a boundary that you need to set to hurt someone else or to get them out of your life, so to speak. What this boundary is a boundary of what you're allowing to really affect you, your spirit, your attitude of gratitude, and what actions that you want to take in the direction that you want your life to go in, regardless of what other people think. So yeah, this is a call for action for you to step into this transformation that's knocking at the door and allow yourself to be who you are. All right, pile number 3, that wraps it up for your reading. Be sure to click the like button if you like this video. And thank you all so much for being here and spending your time with me. I love you. And I'll see you next time. Bye.